Hello guys and welcome back to Logic Language Learning. If you find this video useful, please do remember to subscribe or click like, and by all means email me if you have any questions, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com. I also have a discount rate for anybody who's newly starting in January with private tuition. New Year's resolutions, why not? Okay, so today's little video is on a really annoying subject that is absolutely fine once you get into the hang of it, which is basically how we have so many words for the word it in French. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we know when and when and where we're using them all. Okay, so if you've got the word it in English, we kind of have a very limited number of options. It doesn't matter where it goes, so it could be it helps me, or I like it, yeah, or I do it. So it could either be the subject doing the verb, or it could be the object receiving the verb. We could also combine it with a verb to be and have it is, or it's, or it was, or it used to be. Okay, this is pretty much, that's it for English, okay? But notice it's the word it every time. We can have a little bit of crossover, yeah, when you sort of say that rather than it. Oh, do you know what? I love it. Oh, I love that. But the fact is, that sounded quite, I love that, my darling, a little bit West Country. I love that. But the fact remains that it is largely something we can grab and identify. So when you're going into French, you need to work out which of your it words we're dealing with. So, let's run through them. Possibility number one. Okay, if I use the back of that page, yeah. So, your first possible words for it are when you are going to use the gendered il and elle, which is the same word as he and she, which basically means in French there's no distinction with this over whether or not you're talking about a thing or you're talking about a person. So for example, the table is beautiful in English would be it's beautiful. You wouldn't say she is beautiful. You might say she about a car or a boat or something you really personified or loved, but objects in English are it. French, who cares? Yeah, so il if it's masculine, elle if it is feminine. So for example, elle est parfaite could be the table is perfect, the feminine table. Yeah, il est parfait. The what could we have? The computer. Oh, you know. So that is the il and the elle. Okay, now that is only when you're doing the verb. Okay, now let's move on. If you've got as an alternative to il est and elle, you've got the word say, C apostrophe est, which is made up of, there we go, ce and a, that we would not say. We would not say, yeah? So say, so it is perfect, or it's perfect, c'est parfait. C'est parfait. It's life, c'est la vie. So that is completely equal to il est, elle est. You just wouldn't say elle est la vie, you know, il est la vie, because that would be a specific thing. So c'est la vie is just it, general it. General it when it's doing the verb. General it when it's doing the verb. It's easy, c'est facile. We could make that negative, and when we make it negative, okay, that is when you are going to see that the original word for it was the ce. Yes, that's a word you see before, which means this before a masculine object. So this boy, ce garçon. So it's not easy. It would be ce n'est pas facile. Ce n'est pas facile. Ouais, ce n'est pas facile. Ce n'est pas facile. Or conversationally, c'est pas facile. Okay. Next thing, if you say that helps me or it helps me. And I've even gone into that thinking in French. If you have this it doing a verb other than the verb to be, yeah, then more often than not in French, you are going to slip into the word ça. And this is what causes the problems. Yeah, so ça is that, okay? Ça, have a little look, ça. Again, we've got that cedilla because otherwise it would be ca, okay? So for example, if you say, it annoys me, you're not going to say ce m'énerve, you're going to more likely say ça m'énerve. So there's this absolute relationship, the sisterhood between ça and ce. So it annoys me, that annoys me, ça m'énerve, okay? So this is what you need to grab hold of because this is going to become useful now, this use of the word ça. I like that, j'aime ça, yeah, okay, I like that, j'aime ça. I like it, j'aime ça. But better French, je l'aime, which we're about to come on to in a moment. So the next thing is if you say that is fantastic, yeah, you don't say you need to say that it is fantastic. So you're doubling up. So you're going to say ça, c'est whatever your adjective is. Yeah, where are we? So ça c'est. So you can't say ça est. Yeah, ça est bizarre. You have to say ça c'est bizarre. That it's weird. So you're doubling up with the C words. Okay, and that is what causes problems for a lot of people. So ça c'est bizarre. That's weird. Okay, it's weird, c'est bizarre, that's weird, ça c'est bizarre. You don't say ça est bizarre. Okay, lovely. Next thing, if you are using the word it as an object, which means somebody's doing something, yeah, to the it. So I like it. This is when you are going to use your classical combination of the direct pronouns. If you don't know what they are, then go to the videos, better on a PC, or go to videos and type up pronouns in the search little magnifying glass symbol, which I accept is a bit difficult on iPads or iPhones or what have you. It works really well on PCs. So this is your le, la, les. Now this is it when somebody else is doing the verb. So, oh Luke, I love it, I buy it, I whatever. So I eat it, je le mange. I eat it if it were a feminine thing, je la mange. I love it, je l'aime. So any of your male or your female, if it's then got a verb which starts with a vowel afterwards, so let's say I love it, je l'aime. Yeah, je l'aime. Okay, je l'aime. So the fact is that it is not doing the verb. Now, it in English is very much about not using the proper word. So I love swimming, I love it. J'adore la natation, je l'adore, I love it. So that is when you are going to slide in the le, la, or the l for whatever your verb is. I eat it. Let's say we were talking about cream. Je la mange. Okay, so it's going to be an it, which depends on the gender. Okay, so a lot of the time when you say, "Oh, I hate it," yeah, "Oh, I love it," I want it, you're going to be using the le or the la or the l with the apostrophe. So I love it, je l'aime. Okay, so it annoys me, ça m'énerve. Yeah, we're going to have to use this ça. So now let's just do a roundup. I'm going to give you some sentences and you're going to see which of the it you're going to use. So you might use il or elle, you might use c'est, okay? I need to also stress as well that with c'est, there's a plural version which is ce sont. So we often use it in English followed by a plural. So you can say, oh, it's, why is the ground so muddy here? Oh, it's all the people walking their dog, okay? Yes, you can say c'est, but you can also say ce sont, yeah, which is a kind of the plural, the plural, can't I speak English? The plural version of it is, so ce sont, okay? Ce sont des gens qui promènent leur chien. So, yes, so let's now have a little go. If I come up with any more its, I will tell you. Life, sometimes it's difficult. God, what a depressing first sentence. La vie, quelquefois, c'est difficile, although you could have gotten away with elle est difficile, because life is a thing, therefore we know the gender. Notice with c'est, very important, that we always use the masculine. So it's, if we're using c'est about something, even if we know what that refers to, yeah? Even if we know what that refers to, we have to use a masculine adjective. So for example, Paris, it's beautiful. Paris, c'est beau. Paris is a city, it's very feminine. You know, Paris, elle est belle. So when you use the elle, I have a gendered choice, yeah? But when I use c'est, I'm always going to have the neutral masculine, okay? So life, it's interesting. La vie, c'est intéressant. C'est facile, it's easy. It's complicated, c'est compliqué. Or life, it's, or it is complicated. La vie, elle est compliquée. So if you really want the separate it is rather than it, you're gonna need il est or elle est. Yeah, you can't have sont, elle. You can't separate that. Okay. Great. I would like to say that is weird. That is weird. C'est bizarre. Or ça, c'est bizarre. So you have a choice to make. You're either going to take it to it is weird, it's weird, or that is weird. But you can't say that's weird. So it's weird, c'est bizarre ça. C'est bizarre ça, or ça, c'est bizarre. Or you can go with simple c'est bizarre. Okay? I have to stress that formally, in formal French, more formally, you have the word cela, okay, which exists on its own, as in I like that, feminine, that thing there as opposed to feminine thing here. J'aime cela, j'aime ceci, okay? And there's a video on that. If you type ceci or cela into the video magnifying glass symbol, you will find it. But cela, so for example, in an essay, you guys, it annoys me, cela m'énerve would be a little bit of a higher register than ça m'énerve. Don't forget that cela does not need an accent because the next letter after it is an E, and an E is a great vowel. An A is a poorer vowel in French. So ça would have your, where have we gone? Ça would have your nice little cedilla. Okay? It feels a bit basic with these pieces of paper, but it's helping you read as we go along. I like it. It hides my ugly face for you. Okay, next one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do it. Je vais le faire. Je vais le faire. Yeah, it's a direct object. Okay. What can we say? It's not my fault. No, it's not my problem. Ce n'est pas mon problème. Ce n'est pas mon problème. Il n'est pas mon problème sounds a bit, yeah, il n'est pas mon problème, ce n'est pas mon problème, okay? It's necessary. Il faut. So I should make a note that there are some verbs which in English we would just say with it, which we would have to use with il, okay? So il faut. So it to me remains, in other words I've got left, il me reste, il me faut, it was necessary, il fallait, okay? So for il est nécessaire, fine, formally fine. C'est nécessaire, conversationally fine, okay? But il faut, any of these verbs like this would use the il, okay? I think we're pretty much done. So if there's an it word that comes up for you, then and you don't understand which one to go with, then please do get in touch. Okay, so the roundup is il or elle if you're saying it is rather than it's. Remember that they are gendered, which means male or female, and it needs to match the object. So you need to know the gender of the object you're dealing with. Otherwise you can say c'est, C''est. You can make that masculine, which is c'est pas or ce n'est pas. Ce n'est pas correct, c'est pas conversationally acceptable. If you're saying that is, or it's plus something, you have to double up on the that. So ça, c'est, that it is, or you can pop the ça at the end. C'est bizarre ça, it's weird that, okay? If you are using your word it in a phrase where the it is having something done to it, you will use le, la, or le apostrophe, in the same way that you'd use les for them. So I like them, je les aime, I like it, je l'aime, okay? I did it, je l'ai fait. Obviously, any of those are going to work with the past verb as well. Okay? And then there are some phrases where it helps me, it, whatever, ça m'aide, or cela m'aide, depending on the formality of what you're saying. Or there are some phrases when you're going to use il with the verb. So it is necessary, il faut. Okay, so I hope that's been useful. If it has, or you have any other questions on the topic, either write underneath or email me at logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com. I do also answer WhatsApp questions, so if you email me and you give me your WhatsApp details, I'll say hi. I don't charge for WhatsApp questions, so if you send me a WhatsApp sound file, I normally answer. As long as it's a kind of answer that's under 2 minutes, I'm quite happy to send a sound file. Okay? So that way your number is obviously protected and private if you send me an email. So have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of your day, and I hope you enjoy the video.